You know, Errol got a call recently from Hamas.
Did he pick it up?
I listened to it. Yeah.
You pick up. When Hamas calls, everyone says they wouldn't pick up. But when Hamas calls, you pick up.
You think it says potential Hamas? Hold on, just to make sure.
Hamas likely. So he picks it up, and they said they wanted Starlink for Gaza. And he's like, well, okay, only if you use it for humanitarian purposes or whatever. And they're like, yeah, totally. Allahu Akbar, thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, love the Jews. All right, welcome everybody to Overshadowed, the only podcast about the family members of people who changed the world. This week we have on the pod good friend and comedian Dan Davies.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us, Dan. We're talking about the Musk family, the Musk contingent today. Errol, the father; Kimball, the brother; Joshua Haldemann, the mom's dad, the grandpa.
Oh, the Nazi.
The Nazi,
Yeah.
Yes. And now that you bring that up, let me just start
Charles
with this
Engle.
just to make sure we're on the same. Yes, Charles, representing the Nazi party. Dan, what's your stance on apartheid, good or bad?
Generally?
Yes. Yes, generally. Not
think-
specifically. Just the ideal.
I go out and I'll say I'm against it.
Okay. Bold.
Generally.
Okay. Well, a lot of people are tuning off right now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to have to argue to keep our listeners engaged.
Yeah, don't worry. We got a contrarian with us today.
No, I think it was bad, you guys. I think it was bad.
I think it was, I think it was poorly implemented.
Yeah, that's a
I think
different.
it was,
Yeah.
I think it was run poorly and it could have benefited from Doge. I think if Elon were in South Africa then, might still be.
The problem was that it wasn't
Too much waste.
Mm-hmm.
That was the problem with
not
apartheid.
enough efficiency.
Not enough efficiency.
Yeah.
100%.
What were you going to say about his papa, Errol?
Papa.
Papa Errol.
Cool name.
Cool name. Like an elf.
Wealthy name.
Wealthy name. I mean, the whole thing that seems to come down. Well, what I was going to say, the takeaway was with in all my research was that Elon was a cute kid, and a lot of these evil people weren't like. I would think he'd have some chip on his shoulder for being
Like
weird.
aesthetically cute?
Yes.
Yeah, he was
I didn't see a pic.
Yeah, he
He
was
was
a
a cute
cute
kid.
little boy.
Okay.
He
Well, that
wasn't,
changes
like,
everything.
Weird looking
Yeah.
and like this, like he had the world against him. Now he had maybe a cranky dad, but I don't know
Yeah,
a lot of people that don't. But like, it wasn't like he was this mongoloid.
Yeah, and he was like a smart, cute kid. Like he was obsessed with computers early on too, which added to the cuteness.
That's what you think. That's where you're wrong.
Yeah?
Actually.
What do you think?
You can't be a nerd and be cool, dude.
Yeah,
Not even in South Africa.
South Africa.
Well, that's a weird. That's a teen.
That's a
not good.
teen. Okay, so we want child.
You want-
yeah, he gets
yeah.
worse every year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
Right after he sold PayPalers, he's looking rough.
Oh, he's looking tough. There's a
But
video.
they all do. All
With the
those
hair.
entrepreneurs, when they just make it, they look horrible.
Yeah, Bezos looked in like a 50-year-old man at 30.
Yeah, but he was a cute kid. A lot of he say she say in this
I
dad
know.
versus son.
Mhm.
Two liars going at it
I
head
know.
to head.
Do you hear? It's fun. It
He's
is
a cute
also-
kid.
Yeah, that's not like a weird looking kid that you're like, oh, he was fat or this or
Yeah.
that. Like, you know.
I would get it if he was fat.
Totally.
Yeah.
If a guy, the richest man in the world, started fat and then was espousing replacement theory, it would all make sense. That would make a lot of sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, my two favorite thing, that, and then we'll get to the stepsister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one's. Well, they both love procreating.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, it's for the baby. They love shooting at the club, if you know what I mean.
And they're talking about this thing about the emerald mine.
Yeah.
And Elon goes, there's no way my dad had an emerald mine because I was poor in college. And I want to be like, he could have an emerald mine and not give you any money.
Yeah. Well, he was a bad dad.
Yeah.
He was very wealthy, though.
Yeah.
He was very wealthy.
Errol was wealthy, yeah.
Errol was wealthy.
Yeah.
And I think Elon has a little money now.
He's
I think he's
getting there,
doing
yeah.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Allegedly. I mean, so that part, but it's like, what do you mean he was wealthy? I didn't get any money. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, he was a bad guy. He
Yeah.
definitely had money he didn't give you.
Yeah.
Did you guys look into how he raised Elon? It was very harsh.
Oh, he was abusive.
He didn't want
yeah.
him to be. Yeah, he was abusive, but weird. It was like Discovery Channel abusive, like Nat Geo. Like they would go on these survival trips. So he would take him out on these on like a sailboat that he bought, Errol, and he wouldn't bring any food. And he's like, we have to catch what we're gonna eat, and if we don't catch anything, we don't eat anything. And he would say, like, if the
Elon, you're 5. Figure it out.
if the sail rips, you got to fix it. If the rudder jams, you got to fix it, or else we don't have a GPS. I didn't bring a phone. His goal with his kids was to make them tough and hard to kill. That was which is honestly good because now he's the richest man in the world. So that's a good skill set.
It worked.
Yeah,
what do
it
you
did.
want to hear here? It worked. He became the richest man of all time. It started with fixing a rip in a sail. My dad never did that.
Yeah, it's true. Your dad had you in dance.
My dad took me to dance class.
Yeah, I had clarinet tap
Didn't
dance.
make you pay for it at all.
No. And he would take me to,
Yeah, and he would fix your shoes when they broke.
He sure would.
He'd buy you new reeds. You didn't have to whittle a reed if you sucked on it too much.
He didn't drop you off on an island, tell you to find a good reed.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
How do you think he convinced his dad that they could go home? That he had succeeded in surviving? That he had found the totem or whatever in Survivor. He completed the challenge.
He maybe didn't because he's not the favorite kid. I mean, can you imagine being the world's richest
Is Kimball
man?
the favorite kid?
Yeah, Kimball's the favorite
Kimball
kid.
had to be the guy because Kimball wears
He
a
said it
cowboy
in an
hat.
interview. The dad said it. He goes, Kimball's the real the pride and joy of the family. The dad said, this family's been doing impressive things since we started.
Yeah.
Big deal, Elon.
Yeah,
And he said-
I know.
He said Kimball's the pride and joy of this family.
They go, are you proud of Elon? He goes, no, we've always been doing impressive shit. I was like, come on, dude.
They are. It's a crazy intelligent family, though.
Sure.
Yes.
It's wild. Like he's.
Well, I don't know about the mom.
Well, the mom was a
She is-
supermodel.
Oh, you mean the model?
She's,
Yeah.
but she is like a dietitian.
No, but her mom.
Do you know what we call that? Former model. Kimball's like the artistic one. He sits on the board at Burning Man
Oh, I didn't
Does
know
he?
that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Whoa.
and Chipotle.
Man, he's doing it. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
this guy's doing it right.
I
saw-
know.
Yeah.
He's a restaurateur.
Yeah.
He has
that's
this sustainable garden thing,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like modular gardens for schools.
Yeah.
And he said that, which is all good. He's trying to get kids connected to food and how it comes from the ground. And he said that real food like this is the new internet. Which I'm like, all right, that's a bit of a
That's a
stretch.
little bit of your mom talking, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what that's supposed
Food's
to mean.
the internet. Internet's food.
One day we're all going to be looking at tomatoes for 8 hours a day, talking to our friends through tomatoes.
Yeah.
And,
I don't think I'm going to jerk off to a tomato.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
yeah, you put two together.
maybe with.
You can get some
Yeah.
work done.
But not two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a juicy one.
Yeah, sure. Only if in season.
Yeah.
Having a model mom, I think already too. Like, did you have an attractive mom?
Interesting question, Dan.
You know, I had a weird split.
Did you see how he had to think about it?
Yeah.
Well, both I had a mom and a stepmom who were both very ripped.
Oh.
But my stepmom also had implants. So there was
Oh.
that, stepmom comes to pick you up and all the kids are like, whose boobs are those? And I was like, mine, stay away.
Yeah.
But but I didn't have,
My dad's, thank you.
I didn't have one where it wasn't the talk of the town, like a
Okay.
couple others. How about you
Yeah,
guys?
my mom is attractive, but she's not like a hot,
Okay.
you know.
Because that I
Do
wonder
you have
if
a
I
hot
have,
mom? You
I don't. I know.
You don't have,
I
you
know.
don't.
Everyone thinks Brazilian mom must have a hot mom.
I would
but
assume.
tell you what I tell everybody: we are just friends.
Well, that's
I don't
that's
see her like
mature
that.
of you.
I don't see her like that's my
Yeah.
dad's.
Yeah.
Keep
It was
there.
nice when I
Yeah,
grew up and I
good.
could be friends with my mom because as a kid we were just lovers,
Yeah.
and so it was nice that we could actually just
Yeah.
talk.
Now her friend Miss Hope.
Whoa.
I just think that must be tough. Grow up a supermodel mom.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky mom. That's tricky. And
Sure.
then a dad that makes you figure out how to sail to get home.
Mm-hmm.
Tricky.
Elon has a really bad relationship with his dad. He says he's the evilest man in the world, and when this was the funniest part to me in all the research. When he's describing Errol and that he was abusive and all this shit, he goes, he's evil, he's very intelligent, any evil thing you can conceive of
Yeah.
someone doing, he has done. And interviewers like, well, what did he do to you? And Elon goes, well, nothing physical, but I'm like, you're a fucking bitch,
Yeah.
dude. Nothing. How is he the evilest man in the world and he didn't even hate you?
Yeah.
He says
It's like
and
verbal abuse. You know what it was? It was like the Shen Yun thing we talked about. He had criticism sessions with Elon. He went demon mode on his son, and now Elon goes demon mode on his
Yeah.
employees. He would
now he
like
trolls people on Twitter.
No,
and
but his
he's
like
doing the same thing.
he'll just rail on someone for like an hour, cutting them down verbally for like 30 minutes, 60 minutes. And that's what Errol would do to Elon.
Yeah.
Like Elon got beat up in school a bunch. He got hospitalized once.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Errol came to visit him in the hospital and sided with the bullies. He was like, "What were you doing? That was a pussy move."
Well, what were you wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you playing your stupid gay games again, Elon?
I like this accent. He's like
He's
it's
going
evil.
German
Yeah,
now.
he's like a Bond villain. now.
Yeah.
Well, he's hot, Errol, and kind of
Yeah,
he does kind of
true.
sound look like.
true.
I like it. I wrote it down. He goes, Elon needs, in the newspaper, he goes, Elon needs to grow up. He's just having a big tantrum right now.
Yeah.
When was this?
This-
Like, what was he referring to?
This was in like 2000. I want to say it was when Elon was like getting famous and like complaining about his dad a little bit.
Yeah.
He had like an interview that came out with his buddy. He's like, I'm not going to address this. I'm not talking to Elon. I'm like, yeah, but you're talking about him in the press about him throwing a tantrum. Yeah, so this is two little men fighting with each other. They're having their little daddy issues out live for all
How
of us.
crazy is that your bullies hospitalized you and then your dad
That's
comes
crazy.
in?
No, that's a
He's like,
deeply
well, you're
tormented
kind of a little baby then, are you?
And now Elon has his trans daughter who just bullies him all day long.
bullies him.
Oh yeah.
What does she do?
She's just all
beats
over
him in
all
swimming?
Over
and other athletic events?
Did you see the Grimes tweet about him?
Is that real?
I think it
which
was.
one?
About
Is it
Elon?
Yeah,
You
about
getting
the
pegged?
pegging one.
I think that one was fake, but I love it. I know.
What is it?
It was written so well.
Yeah.
Is that your first tip? You're like, this is too good.
Yeah, Grimes couldn't have written this.
What, a pegging essay?
Had to be the
It was
daughter.
On
beautifully
Substack? Where
written.
was it?
It was a tweet that like Elon, a certain somebody likes to
To
get
peg
pegged.
or not to
Let's
peg?
just say it was like, let's just say a certain Fortune 500 CEO
Yeah.
liked being pegged, but came out against gay right. Would you want to see that or like
Yeah,
something
video
like
or
that?
something.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
wish. Don't you wish?
Ah.
You could just kind of be like, oh.
Here's the part. I don't think it would move the needle.
You don't think he would do anything?
I don't think
You
it would
he's
move the
like-
needle.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it would change anyone's opinion on him. Like, what's Trump going to do? Fire him? There's no way. It wouldn't
would-
change anything.
They're just
We've
well,
all
there
had
would be a
some
lot more
crazy
memes
nights.
about him, and he hates any criticism towards him.
Yeah.
It would get to his brain
Yeah.
because he hates
How
jokes.
big was the
about
dildo? Went up to his brain.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
But the dad, obviously evil, he had a baby with his stepdaughter
I know.
that he said was conceived in a time of duress. When she was
Yeah.
stressed about a breakup,
yeah.
she came to him, they embraced,
I'll
and
be the
whoop.
shoulder you can
Yeah.
cry on,
And
and the
then he-
dick you can sit on.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he was like, no dating. I don't like that boy in here
Yeah.
because he makes me jealous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had two kids
Yeah.
together.
2 Not just an. He said the second one.
That's
was
how
an
you know it's
accident.
love.
Yeah. He said it was
Second one.
God's plan.
Well, I think
Yeah.
it is weird that they're not together anymore.
The stepdaughter?
That part's the weird part to me because at least Woody and Sunyi, they're together still.
Yeah, that's
Right.
All these years later, they're together.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have to say
so-
that's worth
yeah.
mentioning.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
They're still together.
Well, he
but the other
says
one-
there's still a lot of affection
Yes.
between them.
I found her on Instagram.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
The goddess of the air.
Public.
So just
Really?
So yeah, Errol had a kid. He was 75 and she was 30.
70-30.
70-30.
Wow.
Okay.
Sounds like
wow.
your deal.
That's that sounds like a deal you make. Yeah, that's not an age ratio. That sounds like you're trying to place blame on somebody. All right,
Yeah.
70-30.
Yeah.
Me, you.
That's a door
I
deal.
should have filled up the gas. So that's what you said. That's a door deal. That's
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, or 70, maybe 72, whatever it is.
Yeah.
70,
Yeah,
70,
yeah.
30.
Oh, but how do you guys
But it
feel
adds
about-
up to 100 no matter what.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it adds that
But
up.
here's the real question.
It's the perfect number.
I'll get to the fake question in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Hit me with the real one.
That's good.
It was 20 years after he divorced the mom. So it's been 20 years.
But if you're asking me if
It's
it's
been-
clear,
it's been long
clear,
enough.
bud. 30-year-old, you can be. There's agency with a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
It's creepy and it's immoral and it's weird, but that's a 30-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give the women some agency here.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
True.
That's a feminist
Yeah, that's true.
angle,
Of
actually.
course.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, she's 30. She's
Yeah.
30. But this Instagram is brutal.
What? How
It's-
so?
Well, I couldn't 100% verify it's her.
She got a link in her profile.
She-
Little jalapeno emoji.
see my wild side.
There's
Yeah.
no exclusive OF content.
Yeah.
But it's like her with a family, and it's definitely her. So but it could be someone uploading pictures on her behalf.
Oh, okay, got it.
But it's like 3,500 followers, which feels low. And then there's someone commenting on every picture, like, "You were abused. Don't feel bad. You're tortured. Don't feel."
wow.
You can have faith. Be strong. And then it's like whore.
Oh my
whore.
god.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird comments.
Are any
on it.
just like great dress?
No.
Your smile looks so nice.
There's like,
today.
oh, love to see the family together. I
There
mean,
you
she does
go.
caption them too,
Yeah.
so like that's why I think it's real. But
Wow. What's her name?
it's not even public. I mean, it's
Oh,
not even
private?
private. Rather, it's public.
Hmm.
You'd think that one
Only
would be private,
3,500.
especially with
That's
all
probably
those.
one follower for each of the kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
many
The
kids.
progeny.
Well, the Wall Street Journal just had an article come out about Elon and his legion.
I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a follow up on the
I-
wives and the kids.
What's
I read
that-
it. The one is she was offered $15 million and $100,000 a month till the kid's 18 in alimony, and she turned it down.
Because she hates him so much?
Yeah, she didn't want the kid to be a secret. Bro,
Oh, is that the deal?
I will keep anything a
Yes.
secret for $15 million.
Yes.
Anything.
Anything. He will kill
Are you
for
offering
you.
somebody from
He'll
your
kill
past?
for you. Listeners, if you have a secret that you
I
want Dan to keep,
Keep anything, dude. I'll do it for $100,000. I don't even need the $15
all right,
million.
you don't need
Yeah.
to negotiate that hard against yourself. Let's try to stay in
$100.
the
I'll do it for
middle.
$100.
I'll
I'll
have and
disappear.
hide a kid.
$50 Chipotle card, $100, whatever you need.
Okay.
I'm your guy.
Ooh, I would love Chipotle tonight.
Yeah.
Being good.
Gift card, please send it.
Yeah.
Send one.
But that's and I think he's got over a dozen kids with 4 women. And but like it's not like we know who Elon is. Like,
Yeah.
don't have a baby with don't have
Yeah.
sex with Elon.
Yeah, because he's gonna shoot that rocket and it's gonna land.
It sure is.
Then he's going to turn around and say, my turn.
Yeah, he's like, now you're my
Yeah.
SpaceX.
There we go.
Oh.
Nice. Those rockets explode.
Yeah. They'll
was-
come back down to Earth though.
That's true. Do you think he has a botched dick implant surgery? Like the rumors are true about that?
But celebrities or Elon?
No, Elon.
Oh, I don't know.
A lot of smoke.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
They say he has a botched, because with Trump they say he has the tiniest.
Yeah, but
But with-
botched is interesting. Well, Elon's very impulsive, so maybe he just, he got up mid-session and was like, I have to go revolutionize Tesla. I have to go.
He cut it short. And
Yeah, he cut it short. Yeah,
That's fine,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I'll come back for the second half later. We don't do it in 2 sessions.
Yeah.
No, I have to go.
Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know we were doing that yet. So I have a call.
I
to
think
make.
Chad Ochocinco has one.
I heard that in a thing, but is that true?
It's him saying it.
But he's a silly goose.
He wants a dick that fits his name. 8.5.
Do they? Yeah, less Cinco, more Ocho.
Yeah.
Do you think it's real, the dick implant?
Well, they're making fake dicks now out of nothing,
I'll tell you what
basically.
I'm
So
What?
that's cool.
What do you mean, soy or what is this?
Yeah, I think it's tempeh. There's seitan.
Yeah.
no,
That's
you
Satan's
can,
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you flip. Yeah, exactly. You flip out the labia or whatever, and you make a dick. If you're transitioning to a
you're
guy,
talking. Oof.
which is
Yeah.
magic.
I
How do you,
thought
how do
they-
you make a dick out of a hole, out of an absence? Pretty cool.
I thought they were elongating the clit, which, yes, Charles, it's real. I thought they
Wow.
were elongating.
yeah, Charles.
Elongating.
There we go.
Elongating. Elongate.
Elongate. Ooh, that's good. When he gets in
That could be
trouble,
the botched
elongate.
dick theory.
Yeah,
Elongate.
that's good. That's like sounds like it's the new entanglement. Elongate.
Yeah. So, interesting. So they just grow the clit?
Yeah, they grow the clit.
Wow.
Wow, what
Can
do
it
they
just
give it?
does it have no limit?
No, it's got a limit. That's the
Okay.
thing. It's harder to
The limit
that way
does
is a little
exist.
bit tougher than the other way. You can flip it in, no problem.
Yeah.
Flip it in,
Yeah.
it looks like a born one.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
How do you flip it in?
That part's easy.
You get ice creams? What do you?
You just
what?
push really hard, and you've done it.
One's construction, one's deconstruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One's a demo.
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, you could Google.
Penises don't melt like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Looks controlled to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
You see those blasts?
Yep.
But that's when you think about. I mean, that's a lot of risk.
Preach.
A dick elongation,
Mm-hmm.
because it gets botched, which I can't stop watching, by the way.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, I can't watch those shows.
Oh my
fun.
god,
I
it's
can't
so-
watch
it's
any
fun.
Can I tell
pimple
you it's
popping or botched or no.
Well, pimple popping's different. That's fluids.
Okay. What's botched?
Meat.
Like
Well,
bad
Meat.
It's like facial, like bad plastic
it's anything
surgery, right?
horrific that they fix, but they make those people so happy.
It's actually
It's
very
really
heartwarming.
endearing, yeah.
Yeah.
But looking at them in the first place.
Oh, that part, first part of the episode.
well, people get ruined by these
ruined, dude.
these hacks.
Well, it's not even the hacks. It is the hacks sometimes, but sometimes it's just surgery complications that like necrosis. Like it's a lot of necrosis.
What's necrosis?
Dead cells dying. So like noses just.
Do they just
dying.
not check up? They don't go to the follow up.
They don't go to the follow-up. The
They
surgeon
got to go
doesn't.
to spring break.
Well, maybe, but the surgeon doesn't identify it fast enough, and so it's point of no return.
So then your nose is flat. You got an Artie
Oh,
Lang.
dude, there's a lot of Artie Langs.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's one girl that was like, I'm tired of being called the pig woman because it was just up. And I was like, I bet you are.
Yeah.
Everyone does go in with like, yeah, people are calling me this animal, and I want it to stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's animal. And then they have like a little tagline under each patient throughout the episode with a
The
nickname.
pig woman.
Yeah. The one was go BBL hell.
Yeah.
One of her butts was just completely missing.
Bioinka or whatever.
Bianca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Princess Peach.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice to see Elon on one of those shows?
Oh, I would love it. And then they try to blackface deep voice him, but you can tell it's Elon. As long as nobody at DEI doesn't do it.
It's kind of wild that with the Heil Hitler thing, everyone's like, well, he's just probably autistic. you know? And I find that very offensive to think that autistic people can't be Nazis.
Oh, sure.
You know?
I'm
Like,
sure
that could
plenty
be,
were.
that could be their thing.
They might have been
yeah.
the first ones.
Yeah,
they're
they
hyperfixate on
They
that.
both love trains, you know?
Hey.
There we go.
There it is.
I think you're onto something.
Why can't you be both?
You watching Love on the Spectrum?
No, are there a lot of Nazis on that thing?
Tons, dude. Left and far right.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very inclusive.
Yeah, it's funny. There's one. It's so funny. They're either like not horny at all. They don't want to be touched ever, 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 or they're the horniest you've
Yeah.
ever. Dude,
Nikki,
one of the girls is the horniest.
Oh, really? I haven't seen
Nice.
this. I haven't seen the girl.
She
horny.
made an animation pitching having sex with her partner, and it ends with them like fucking in a bed. And
Whoa.
and the partner was like, "I can't do it."
Wow.
He's like, "I don't believe in premarital sex. I don't like being touched. I can't do it." And she's like, "All right, I think we should see other people."
Really?
Yeah, they're so picky.
So horny.
Oh yeah, they're so picky. I love my favorite part, and I've only seen a couple episodes.
They're very
is-
particular.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Are they all?
I was watching. I was like, "Am I?"
You just have preferences.
Sure.
You're high maintenance. You're a high maintenance bitch.
I do love the zoo.
You're a queen.
Yeah.
You love the zoo.
I love the zoo.
They. I love their when they go to. My name is Max, and I like ladybugs and Tuesdays spelt backwards.
Yeah.
They love I love their little hobbies.
Uh,
It reminds you of Next when they got off the bus.
Love
And
Next.
they had
you-
their little hobbies.
You watched that recently?
No, I'd love to.
You should throw one of those on.
I love
dude.
Next.
They should combine them.
Yeah.
Love on the next bus.
I think that's kind of what Love on the Spectrum is.
Well, they would never get off the bus. They'd be like, "This bus is so cool. I love these
Yeah.
seats."
What would you call?
Nuna, you got anything?
One guy goes. He goes on a date with a lady, and they're an older couple. They're like in their 50s, and he's
Whoa.
on the spectrum, and she is not.
Whoa.
And they go on a date, a walk around the lake, and she's like, "So what? Like, how many kids do you have? What do you got?" And he's just like, and then they cut to him, and he goes, "I've never met anyone like that before." And then they cut to her, and it just goes, "Elaine, Jewish." And I was like, "That's just the energy you're picking up." Here.
Wait,
You
who's
just-
autistic?
The man is.
The man is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he
okay,
was like,
okay.
she was intense. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
bud. And you think there'd be
Yeah.
like an intensity. But she was just like invested in his life. And he hadn't met anyone like that.
Wow.
That's a lot of stimulation, though. A Jewish
Yeah.
woman.
Sure
It's
is.
a lot of stim. Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Brazilians
Probably
too.
Brazilian. I would
Brazilians
imagine.
are they're the Jews of South America.
I've said that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell the Argentinians. Though.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, they will
wanna be-
invade and destroy.
Yeah, they're not fans. Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy, Nazi anti-Jew stuff with the grandpa. If you want to dive into that,
Yeah, I saw that. He was pro. Oh, also worth noting that Errol ran for city council and beat an Afrikaner apartheid.
Yeah.
Apartheider. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
there's some interesting things with it. I thought he was progressive. I thought he was like anti-apartheid, which he was to an extent. He was in the PFD, the Progressive Federalist.
pretty fucking dank.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucking.
Dank.
Dank
Dank
party. Yeah.
Dank party.
Yeah.
And
He was the
then he
dankest.
left because they had disagreements. And the
Mhm.
PFD was the anti-apartheid party.
Mhm.
Say that 3 times fast.
You
Don't.
nailed it,
It's
though.
easy. I did it a few times before.
Practice?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
you singing?
Yeah.
Red leather, no black people. Red leather, no black people.
He left the PFD. I was thinking because they weren't quick enough with anti-apartheid stuff. No, it was because there was a proposal as a step to get out of apartheid. They would now include in the parliament the whites and mixed race people and Indians, because there was a lot of Indians there from Britain and the British occupation in like the 1900s. And a lot of the party was like, well, no, that's still basically apartheid. Black people are a majority of the state. And then he's like, well, no, it's a step in the right direction. And then he left because he's like, no, it's good. It's incremental. But it wasn't enough.
Race is complicated.
It's
He was having a hard time navigating it. He's a boomer at the end of the
I
day.
mean, he has that one quote about horses.
What's
He's
that?
Errol?
That horse quote.
What is that one?
Someone asked him I don't know the question, are you eugenics guy, right? And he's like, I wouldn't say it's eugenics, but certain areas just prefer a certain type of race. He's like, if you went to this part of like Cheshire and Great Britain, they have the best racing horses. Now, if you said we want to get a bunch of black racing horses and breed them with those racing horses, everybody would be like, no.
Okay.
be like,
Interesting.
Keep it pure.
We do it with horses
Yeah.
and dogs.
Good point.
Good point.
He has a very...
That's just boy math right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is point, man.
That's just
Who are
boy
the
math.
fastest ones? And how do we
Yeah.
keep them fast?
Who are the horses and people?
Errol, I think you You like the fastest ones.
He's like, hey, some of my best friends are horses.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
I have
they live
3
in my
employees.
stable.
Yeah.
I have a whole stable. It's very nice.
Yeah. I have a couple of kids with them. They're
Yeah.
Well, there was the Elon race stuff too. It's like, is he or isn't he racist? And then they cited, they're like, well, in high school he went to a black kid's funeral. So
He did kill the kid, but he did attend
I
the
was like,
funeral.
It's
Yeah.
not really a case to say he's not racist. I think he might have been celebrating. We have no
Yeah.
idea.
We don't
He
know
was
what
smiling.
the context was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have done it.
Yeah, we cut to him. He just kept going like this.
Yeah.
We don't know.
He showed up after everyone left to dance on the grave.
Yeah. He did punch the open casket.
That's how he learned how to defend himself from the bullies. He learned that punching someone in the nose as hard as you could was the way to not get bullied.
Probably learned
And
that
then-
out on the sailboat in the shark-infested waters of South Africa that his
Yeah,
father took
like
him
sharks
out
are
on.
trying to jump into the boat. All I know
Yeah.
about South Africa is racism and jumping sharks.
Yeah.
You know, that's so scary.
You go
Yeah.
into there's a video of
No
a lady
GPS?
going into the shallow, like the part of the beach where you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
she gets ripped apart by sharks.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a video.
like up to her
Two.
knees?
I haven't seen that one. I've seen
I
some
think it's-
bad ones. And
I
Up
don't
to
know
her
if there's-
waist or her knees?
What like
Tell me it's not ankles, Charles. Tell me it's not
it's
ankles.
bad.
Well,
yeah.
was she wearing a bikini?
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
sharks
mean,
hate that.
It was like
Muslim- it was a Muslim shark.
Muslim shark.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it's-
enforcing decency laws.
Burkinis only.
Yeah. This is in France.
Yeah. We're quite white. We're great whites.
Great white. Great white
keep our
wizards.
waters that way.
Do you like your coffee black or white? That's the only South African sentence I can say.
Coffee black or white.
Yeah. Coolest accent, though.
Very
Yeah, it
cool
is a cool
accent.
accent.
Super cool. What do you guys know about the ownership of the emerald mines?
Well, okay. The thing is whether or not he was an owner. And then he said I was a part owner.
Yeah.
And then he just like, I got some emeralds from there sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
This is like any friend of mine that owns, they say they're an investor in a bar. Like, you give $2,000 to a bar that's opening and call yourself an investor. in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he said he owned one, and then he walked it back in later interviews. He's like, no, I had interest in a company that owned a company that owned the mine. And yeah, they would, we had a guest pass.
Yeah.
Basically, we could
Yeah.
get, it was take an emerald, leave an emerald. There was a bowl like at a restaurant of mints,
like
just
Halloween
emeralds.
candy. Take one.
Yeah, just take
Be
one.
honest.
And he would take a pillowcase. And yeah, Elon would say they only traveled via plane, like small prop planes. So they wouldn't have to drive through, Johannesburg and, I don't know, get stabbed by someone who has an emerald tip spear, for the symbolism. But they would come home with like emeralds in their pockets. And Elon wants to distance himself from this.
The dog is eating a fluff. Sorry.
Oh,
It's hanging from your sock, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's like a spider web.
I like how you thought this was going to
Yeah,
get the
I know.
dopest stuff.
yeah.
Come on. You know. I
Part-
see you once a month.
Part the seas.
Yeah.
He really wants to distance himself from Errol because Elon has this whole "I'm a self-made entrepreneur" thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I slept on the factory floor. He denied me this $28,000 loan or gift or whatever when Errol says he gave it to him. So this whole notion of emerald mines and so they had so much money when they were a kid that they couldn't close the safe.
Yeah, I saw that.
Isn't that
what,
crazy?
That's what the dad said.
What they
yeah.
That's what the dad said.
But
But
this
Elon's like, I hate my dad. He abused me. He
couldn't
never
e-
gave me anything. To prove like, no, I'm an American. Who
Well, the
made his own
timeline
way.
is like they get divorced. The mom's all poor, doesn't get anything from the dad. 9 years later, he gets involved with the emerald mine.
Right. But the
So-
Emerald
But
Mine
still, he
thing
was
is
still
bullshit.
really rich.
The
Yeah.
dad, yes.
Yeah, because he
But-
had all these consulting firms and construction firms.
And again, not to side with Errol here, but they couldn't close the safe because they had so much money. They also couldn't afford a bigger safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's true.
That's
It's like
tough.
when you have
Yeah,
enough
that's
money to
hard.
go to college, but
That's
not enough that paying full price won't hurt you.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can't get any financial aid.
Trump said the same thing, though. He's like, I got a very small loan. It's
Yeah.
like, it was $10 million.
Yeah, yeah.
that's
to
pretty
you,
good.
it's very small.
Yeah, that's
the
pretty good
building
loan.
was 200, so
Yeah.
drop in the bucket.
Yeah. So, yeah. We talk about daddy issues, like, is often associated with girls having daddy issues. I think it's far more detrimental when men have
Oh
daddy
my
issues.
god, yeah, for sure. Because
Yeah,
with the
dude.
girl with daddy issues, you're kind of like, all right, I
Get
could-
good head.
Yeah,
The guys have it nightmare businesses.
yeah,
And I'll say it. I'd rather have good head than a nightmare business.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Guys will fire everyone who works at a national park.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He'll
Take care
send
of your
more
tummy off a
veterans out on the
website.
streets.
Yeah, they'll send U.S. secrets to a Russian IP address. It
Yeah.
turns out,
Yeah.
if their dad was super mean.
Not just like, make a Fansly,
Yeah,
which is fine.
yeah.
That's
Daddy
okay.
issues are a gift to everybody who's someone else's child.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
With men, it's fatheritis, and it's a nightmare.
Errol got a call recently from Hamas.
Did he pick it up?
I listened to Hamas.
You pick up.
I'm
when
a-
Hamas calls, you. Everyone says they wouldn't pick up, but
You-
when Hamas calls, you pick up. You gotta hear him out.
Yeah, they're not. They don't have to call 1,000 times.
You think it says? You think it says potential Hamas? Hold on, just to make sure.
Hamas likely?
Hamas likely is so funny.
So he picks it up, and they said they wanted Starlink for Gaza.
What's Starlink? I'm stupid.
It's satellite-powered internet.
Okay.
So they want. There's another crazy thing that just came out too that's related to the satellites, but they want a Starlink for Gaza, and he's like, "Well, okay, only if you use it for humanitarian purposes or whatever." And they're like, "Yeah, totally." Allahu Akbar, thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, love the Jews. So yeah, he gave it to him, and now they have, they can play Call of Duty over there.
Oh, nice.
Before they get
In real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they need to train.
Yeah, sure. There's a big music
it's their
festival.
survival camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was wild that he talked to a Hamas operative, and he was saying this on a podcast he was doing with a Jewish host. He's like, "Well, I'm Jewish, so what did Hamas say?" And he was like,
wow.
"Well, they just wanted some internet."
Couple of emeralds, that's all.
They're allowed.
Yeah,
to
their download speed was too slow, and they said
if Israel has the right to defend themselves, Hamas has
the right to internet,
to internet scroll,
least.
to 5G.
Let them doom scroll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Maybe that'll bring them back down to earth a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
That's probably it.
they
They're
can
not-
see some teens dancing in provocative ways.
Yep.
They might lay down their arms,
for sure. they
start
will.
trying to message these bitches.
That's what. Yeah. I look at me. I haven't bombed one camp.
It's true.
Yeah, and you look at a lot of teenage girls dancing online.
Okay.
I'm just
Clip it.
okay. Man, they really did him dirty.
Look, I'm going to see him on the tee. What else is going on with these satellites besides Katy Perry touching them?
Yeah, she's up there roaring into him. Trump wants to create.
So
you know how
funny.
Israel has the Iron Dome? You know how Trump loves gold? So he's going to create the Golden Dome.
Did he say that?
Yeah, over the it's kind of nuts. It's going to be like privatized missile defense perimeters where Elon will sell, I think, Starlink satellites to the government, or these different defensive satellites, basically, so that you could pay a huge sum of money and your building, your perimeter, wherever will have missile defense. So for the Pentagon, for Paul Pelosi's house, for whoever needs it.
Put him on the front of the list.
Yeah, he needs it. Dude.
He needs it. That
He needs
poor guy.
Hammerdome.
Yeah.
I don't know about missiles. No shooting a missile.
Hammerdome.
He needs anti-hammer guns.
This was a retired NFL lineman just hanging out by his house.
Yeah.
I'm Hammerdome. That poor guy. Golden Dome.
Golden Dome.
Loves gold.
He loves gold. Golden shower.
Oh, I'm sure he likes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's
he
re-
likes golden showers.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is that
He
Putin-
doesn't want to do it, but he has to because it's gold. So
Putin apparently has a video of him getting peed on by a bunch of Russian.
Ooh.
I have one of him getting pooped on. So it's actually a lot worse.
Yeah.
The one I have.
Piss is actually pretty exotic once you think about it. It's
Yeah.
sterile. It's clear.
It's
It's pure.
95% water.
You need water to survive, they say.
Yeah.
It's better than what they've got in Flint. We're going to clean it up, folks.
Number one. That's what it's called. Number one.
I like to
Putin's
associate
number
with-
two. It's pretty gross.
But accurate
Yeah.
in terms of the rankings globally. What a great man.
Oh,
What a
no.
great
Did
guy.
you see him today learning Spanish?
No.
No, so we can go talk with Kilmar Garcia.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
Say some words before you.
Lo siento.
Yeah.
You have to stay aquí.
Yeah.
That's what they said. Fox News lady tells him how to say "Make America Great Again," and he goes, "America Grande otra vez." And it's cut. You could tell he took a couple of takes
Oh,
on
that's
it.
great.
And
Each
he-
word.
Ultra
He's
vez.
looking somewhere else.
I like the theory that he can't read.
Oh, it's not. It's confirmed.
Yeah, it's like
The teleprompter shit?
Yeah.
and
That's why he goes off
Pete-
script so much.
Yes.
He just doesn't know what all these symbols are.
Yeah, well, Pete Davidson has his story about SNL. He couldn't read the things, and he would riff.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple. The Apprentice, I think people came out and said that, but also when he had a conference when somebody from Great Britain gave him a letter from the king, and they're like, open it. He's like, do I have to read it right now? And they're like, yeah, read it right now. And he's like, okay. Oh, great man.
Good letter.
It's in cursive. I don't read gay. He probably had he probably hated popcorn reading, huh?
Oh yeah.
Trump hated popcorn.
Yeah, his dad.
I'll do the title and that's it.
His dad probably made him read every day on a sailboat, and that's why he's this leader
Done
of the
with
world
reading.
now.
Well, also Elon, talk about identity crisis, because I think that's what this all comes down to. Like, is he a nerd or is he cool?
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
a man of the people or is he elite?
Yeah.
Is he even where does he live? I've heard him read in two different. He says I'm American. I like you live in the U.S. and he goes, no, I hate the U.S. I like being South African. Like no one claims him.
Yeah.
It's a lonely man.
Oh, he's super
Yeah.
lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
interesting that he's lonely enough to where like there's no suicide attempt at all. It's all nerd revenge. That's what I think. I think it's nerd. It's all revenge.
It's nerd.
Suicide's a very specific solution for like certain people, but
Yeah.
it's not a cure-all.
No,
You know,
it's
suicide may not be right for you. Check with your
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah. If you'd like to inflict pain on other people
Before
and
eating a
raisins
gun.
instead.
Yeah. Maybe you just need to control a race.
Yeah.
he's doing it.
Maybe you need to
He is
make
doing
America apartheid again.
So
We're getting there.
It is, but it is, and he's inflicting an identity crisis in his following. Like all these like oil barons
I
that vote red
know.
are like, wait, the guy for Tesla? I like the guy that invented Tesla.
Yeah.
Alternate
Oh.
energy guy? I like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Well, yeah, because he's coming out being like
Chainsaw.
Elon chainsaw. Yeah, we're being invaded by migrants, and they're diluting the stock of America. It's like
Yeah, but he invented a gay liberal company that doesn't need gas in cars.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a cool car.
But they didn't think that until now.
And
That's
now-
what I'm saying. Like now
Yeah.
they like him, but they would have hated
Yeah.
everything. It's the same thing with Trump. They would hate this guy on paper, and then they just have to like him now.
Yeah. I think the car company's gonna fail.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I hope not. Before I sell my stock.
It's such a cool car.
It's a cool car.
It is a cool car.
Yeah.
It makes fart noises, which is
Yeah.
something a nerd would do. That
Yeah.
feels cool.
Yeah. And the models spell sexy.
No,
Model SEXY. Those are the car models.
Such an idiot.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you know he invented Doge? Or like he didn't invent it. He kept Dogecoin alive.
I thought Doge was the other Doge for like
Yeah,
the
me
first
too.
3 weeks of this
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
You telling me a Shiba Inu is firing everyone at the VA?
Did you see the new trailer? Did you see the new trailer for Naked Gun?
No.
It's funny. The Naked Gun kids.
No,
Oh, really?
I tried to watch it actually, and I couldn't get into it for whatever
it's
reason.
the perfect
Try
amount of
again.
stupid for me.
I'll try again.
Leslie's great at it.
No, but Dogecoin was gonna die or whatever, and Elon, because he's an edgelord meme king, he just pumped it, and now it's like a legitimate currency, kind of. Like he just put a ton of his own money into it to keep it alive.
Do you know what that stuff means?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know
one thing.
what it means.
When he said pumped it, I was like,
I mean,
Yeah.
he bought a lot. He just bought a ton.
that's what I thought. I was like,
Yeah.
that means buy a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he bought a ton, and then
Means he bought a
people's
ton.
confidence went up.
People's confidence went up.
Oh, okay.
Charles
He to the moon it.
to the
That's
moon
what I
dip.
know.
He hodled. Yeah,
He
baby.
Totally hodled.
Yeah,
Mhm.
big hodled.
Sounds like me in an interview.
Hodled Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Doge was is the other one? What's the other one? Bitcoin. Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bitcoin's was big, but now it's tanking again. That's what I know. It was at 100K.
I don't want to talk about Bitcoin. I think it's
Uh.
86. I don't know. I checked today.
There's a guy who is. Do you know about there's one guy who threw away a hard drive with like 8,000
Yep.
bitcoins,
Yep.
and he's searching the dump for it. Woo!
Still
I don't know about still.
pawing through.
I would love to. He should make a TikTok channel. He'd make all the money. back.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah, my
funny.
search
Yeah.
for the hard drive.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that'd be
there's not even
great.
a hard drive. Dude, that's going to be the new treasure hunt.
Yeah.
For like people in the year 2000, like
Oh.
150. It's going to be like, there's a hard drive that
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
fucking Dan Davies that lost and it went into the dump
Yeah.
and it's in one of these landfills.
One of these hard drives has all of Natalie Roush's feet pics. Must resurrect it.
They've been through the landfills. Mm-hmm. No, they've missed one.
Yeah, that'll be the new Storage Wars.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Dump.
Yeah, dump diving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard drive dump diving.
I think I'd give up. I lost my wallet. I gave it
then
like 2 days.
there's
I
a
was
big
like,
risk.
Me
done.
too. I do that too. I go, I'll find it eventually, but I need a new
There's
thing.
a big risk though, because hard drives are anything could be on there. Like Storage Wars, you're not going to find child porn and then have to go
Yeah.
to jail.
That'd be a fun episode. Child porn again.
Oh man,
Damn it.
Well, I'm not gonna.
the FBI is just waiting on the rim
Well, I like the
just to
idea-
take you away.
FBI taking it. They go, hey, I bet a lot. That's actually, technically, it's mine.
Yeah.
I paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold until the value goes up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, these pics are limited edition. What
These
was
kids
that?
are all dead now. So
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's kind of a victimless crime.
There is a study that shows it goes down if they have access to the porn. The physical abuse goes down.
Yeah.
But the argument obviously is that they have been physically abused by being on them. But like, there's the argument that you can make one tape and then like hope that quells enough of them.
Come on.
Two
One tape.
tapes.
Come on, you can't just
You're gonna
have
get
one
sick of that in
potato
30
chip.
minutes. Yeah.
Those things are like Fritos
One
to them.
tape.
One tape. One tape.
We know that by the many tube sites we all visit.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah,
money would you have paid to see him sing at this dinner?
Yeah, I would love to see it.
20
Did somebody
bucks.
film it?
I do 40
Yeah,
bucks.
my uncle filmed
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Gotta play it, dude.
It's just
Put that on the
it's just
Patreon.
touching, and I mean, you might cry a little. It's
Are you
nice.
playing guitar?
Yeah.
You got the scarf thing going?
I have the
Strap?
strap. Yeah, I'm strapped.
No, not on the guitar. Don't they do like a little scarf around their necks?
I have a keffiyeh.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a keffiyeh. No, the talit or whatever.
Yeah. No, you're not
I
doing
don't
that.
have it.
Huh.
No, I think nobody there had it.
Did they give you like an honorary
Circumcision? Oh yeah, you bet. I have 3 skin now.
Oh wow.
I'm down to
Okay,
3.
someone's bragging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry to hear.
Yeah, 3.5.
I
on a good
was
day.
born with 6.
That's nice, man.
Did you get cut?
Oh yeah.
I'm cut.
Did
You
you
uncut?
I'm uncut.
You're
man.
Nice.
yeah, you got
I'm
Brazilian
as
heritage.
God
Get a
intended.
Brazilian javelina.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Capybara, sorry.
Yeah, see.
Brazilian
Capybara.
Ooh, capybara. Ooh, capybara.
I don't think ladies care.
No, some prefer it.
Yeah.
They just
Sure.
they've been
Growing up in Miami, she's like, I love my uncut brown boys. And I'm like,
Yeah.
stop saying that. Yeah. You're too white for her.
wait till she sees it.
All right, Herschel, you guys are creeps.
What? Don't you put me in that box.
I'm gonna get a Herschel in one of these, like a double.
Double, yeah.
Dan
a little
Herschel,
Comedy
Zach
Island
Chuck.
invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some turtleneck down here. It's a
Yeah.
little chilly in this basement.
Yeah.
A little cowl neck on
Yeah,
it.
flip that collar up, Charles.
I-
Return to the life.
I remember as I grew up watching Sex and the City because I thought it would teach me about ladies.
You thought that would turn you straight? From all the tap
After
dancing
tap
and
dance,
soccer?
you go on Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, probably. That was a big part. I wanted to counteract it. And I thought, I was like, this will teach me how to like talk to girls. And I was like, I'm in 7th grade talking to Central Pennsylvania girls. I
Yeah.
don't think these tactics are going to work.
Yeah. How about you come over for a Cosmo? I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. What was that? Dolce and Gabbana? No, it's Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, yeah.
Discovered, you know that song Get Stoned by Hinder?
No, go on, though.
Go home and get stoned because the sex is so much better when you're mad at me.
You sing that at Passover.
You wear me out. Whoa. It's really good.
What's the other Hinder song I'm
Lips of
thinking
an Angel.
That's right. I just played it the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah, well, Get Stoned is
That's my
also a
walkout
banger.
song.
So Get Stoned was
Lips
a
of
free
an
song.
angel.
Looking for the perfect beat, free iTunes song.
And then all the U2 stuff.
Yeah, and then the
love
whole
you too.
peace and love.
It's a beautiful day.
Una.
Yeah.
He's saying it like he's kind of coming.
14. They asked him about that, and he was like, I drank a lot of tequila, and then we recorded it.
That's so funny.
Now it makes me like it. It's totally cool. And he was like, yeah, I was banged up. What do you guys
Yeah.
want from me?
There wasn't a plan to say 14. A great sounding
That was an in the moment, in the room
Yeah.
thing.
14. Hello, hello. That sounds like a drunk guy singing it.
Yeah.
14. Hello, hello. Just hammered. Hola.
Hola. He's fun to intimidate. That's a good karaoke guy to do. Beautiful
yeah.
Day is good. Yeah.
Bono?
What's your karaoke song? You probably have a million, you little singer.
Not really.
You little singer.
Not really.
You dirty little
I don't have a
singer.
list.
Yeah, I have a list.
I'll go like I don't have
You?
a list.
Because people freeze in that
I
moment.
regret that I don't have a list every time I go.
Every time I whip it out, someone goes, "You have a list." 2 minutes later, they're asking. For
list.
Yeah,
I'll do like a chili.
You can't spend the whole karaoke doing
I
this.
do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm at the fucking Cheesecake Factory.
I was
looking
thinking
through
this.
the menu.
Yeah, there's so many songs.
I do like a
have a
chili.
list.
I do a chili
Yeah.
pepper song.
Which one?
Oh, that's
the bridge?
good.
No.
Okay.
Heyo.
No. Other side, maybe. Minor thing.
Other side's good. That's a good one for karaoke
Yeah.
because you get to hold people going. Brazilians love Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh.
Oh,
When I was
really?
growing up, the Californication album came out. It was on every 3 songs was. E agora canta de Red Hot Chili Pepper, Californication.
Es canción songs for the deaf.
Yeah.
Queen of the
Yeah.
Stone Age.
Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Hello, Chili
I do
Pepper.
Santeria by Sublime,
That's good.
and I do Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground.
That's good.
This is a seductive list.
It's good. You want to get the room going.
Yeah, that is
You
good.
want to get the guys chubbed up and the ladies a little moist.
A song that everybody knows. I used to do "Kiss from a Rose," and that was a bad choice.
Why?
It's fun. It's
Which
hard
is
though.
long.
It's
hard.
long
and it's hard.
Elon-gate.
Yeah, there we go. Elon-gate. Would you like me to elongate? By the way, the dad is great at evading things too, and like a horrible train wreck. There's one interview. He's like talking to some guy in Great Britain. Like he's like, "You've criticized our government so much. You don't live here. You don't have any experiments. Who do you think should be in charge?" And he's like, "Well, I think this Tommy guy should be in charge." And the guy goes, "You understand?" He goes, "You understand that Tommy guy's a convicted felon. He's in jail presently under." Like a charge that he pled guilty to. He's a known racist and
Tommy who?
I don't know. And he goes, well, anyway, I mean, that's your opinion. And it's like when a woman likes a man. You can't explain it. It's he just sees things in him.
He's a wiggly one.
And I'm like,
he's a slippery snake.
And he's a real little chatty Cathy. I do like that he's on every podcast and interview.
He's
2 hour
so
podcasts.
many podcasts.
Yeah.
He's like one of these NBA dads that you hear about, and you're like, he's like acts as the agent for the kid, and you're like, this guy's gotta chill out.
Yeah.
He's costing that kid in Tennessee. Did you see that? So this kid, now the players get money, right? They can like put out their NIL deals, and the dad was shopping the kid around to go to another school and wanted to double his from $2 to $4 million. And word got out, and all the coaches are like, then no one's gonna take him because it's gonna start to break down the system if we allow it. And it's like, dude, Errol won't. There's not an interview that he won't.
He's picking up
pass
for
it.
Hamas. Yeah, anybody.
He's picking up for Hamas.
You call that guy, he's picking it up.
I got time.
Yeah.
Imagine you're the interview that he turned down.
I'm not doing
They're like,
anything.
he picked up the Hamas call?
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't get him on morning radio? Damn it.
Could get him on KUPD.
Yeah. That sucks.
Wow.
Handsome guy, too. Handsome older guy.
Yeah.
What are you, a stepdaughter? You creep?
Yeah.
No, he's okay.
He said he'd like to have more kids.
Yeah.
I like what he said
Smart
about
people
his
should
wife.
reproduce. That's
Yes.
what they think.
Yeah.
It's their job to reproduce.
That makes sense, honestly. That is hard to argue.
Yeah.
As a flat statement, yes.
You know what really makes sense is the grandpa's views.
Yes.
No, there was one thing. So he was Canadian, this grandpa. So this is the mom's dad. No Nazi. He was in Canada. He was making these kind of subversive political parties. So he got arrested and then eventually kind of ousted from Canada. There was one political party he made called the Technocracy Party or Technocratic Party. And a technocracy is when you appoint experts in certain fields to determine policy and stuff, which I have always thought is the right thing to do. The problem is you don't elect these people. You just appoint because it's not democratic. It's just based on merit and skills and stuff. But like, why do we get a say as voters, as like stupid, uninformed voters in economic policy? Like you vote for someone based on what they're going to do to the economy. It's like, I have no idea. I'm not an economist. Economists should all vote. Or you know what I mean? So that makes sense.
That does make sense.
To me. You know?
It depends, though, because then you could get a little bit of a Australian Olympics with the breakdancer, where the judges were the husband.
Yeah.
So you could still sway people either way.
That's how she got in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Her husband was the guy that got her in.
True, yeah, some favoritism, some nepotism it's probably prone to corruption. And
either way, you're gonna.
And
have
if they're
corruption.
evil, how do you oust them? Because it's not elected.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not. It breaks down pretty quick. But he's part of this technocracy party. Apartheid in South Africa starts in 1948. He moves. What's his name? Joshua Haldemann. Jewish name. He moves to South Africa because of apartheid. He's like they're doing it right, you know. They're doing it good.
Yeah,
I like what they got over there.
Separate
I'd like
bathrooms.
to be, Nazi in the warm. That sounds fun. Sunshine Nazi. Oh, you count me in.
Here, you can't shovel it.
Yeah, you don't have to. So he went over to South Africa as this, like, he thought they were going to be the first like white Christian bastion of civilization. Basically, big pro-apartheid guy.
It's worth noting the grandfather's views, but I don't think there's not a lot of people that like I know my grandfather was a fucking psycho right winger, and like I don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
You know?
But the mom, the mom said some. I think the mom just said some wild stuff because she was sticking up for Elon. So you're right. It probably didn't trickle too down.
Joshua Haldemann was a very successful chiropractor.
Yeah.
He was the first chiropractor.
Really?
Right?
He was at Battle Creek in Canada?
Yeah.
Wow.
One of them was the first chiropractor in Canada.
Wow. Yeah. Well, he had a big, all these guys, they start small and then they manage these multiple locations, and that's how they make all their money. He was also, in politics in Canada.
Well, it sounds like some of his racism fell through the cracks.
And
Whoa. L4 and L5.
he was very publicly racist.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, he would write when
Don't
he was,
be a little pussy about it.
When
Say
he-
it out loud, dude.
when he lived in South Africa, he would write articles for the Canadian newspapers still, and he would say, "What is this quote here?"
The Paul Bunyan.
He goes, racism's the backbone of our society.
The natives
And
are
we need
very.
to correct it.
We need to align our opinions.
there we go.
He wrote, "The natives are very primitive and must not be taken seriously." He wrote to his hometown Canadian newspaper in '51.
I love that.
Some are quite clever in a routine job, but the best. But the best of them cannot assume responsibility and will abuse authority.
Yes.
The present government of South Africa knows how to handle the native question. So fully,
Oh, yeah.
fully in it. And Musk has, as Elon, on record, been like, we can't be held accountable for the sins of our grandparents.
Okay.
And like Americans love that, especially in the South, because they're like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But he refuses to acknowledge that he didn't benefit from these, especially like apartheid South Africa. You're white, you're going to make a lot of money from his dad.
Yeah.
But it's he's very quick to distance himself from the sins of the father and the grandfather.
And then the father say he wouldn't. One of the reasons he was like, actually, I didn't own anything in the Emerald Mine was because post-apartheid they were giving businesses to black owners, and he was afraid they would take his business and give it to a black owner.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was like, so that's why I didn't have it. That's why I didn't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad business, actually. To own a fake business is bad business. Also, emeralds, you guys are a diamond country.
Yeah, that is weird to get into the emeralds.
Go ahead. If you're going to lie, go for the big one.
Yeah.
Don't do this
Go blood
bullshit.
diamond,
Yeah,
please.
come on.
Yeah, blood on the emerald looks like Christmas year round.
Yep.
He spelled out his beliefs most clearly in a 1960 self-published book with the weighty title, The International Conspiracy to Establish a World Dictatorship and the Menace to South Africa. And the conceit of it is that the Jews controlled the blacks, who were like their minions to enforce their Kabbalist plans on the world. So it's crazy.
Jews are always at the helm, huh?
They're always at the helm. Yeah.
You
Oh,
gotta
this is the biggest parallel though between the grandpa and Elon that I thought was kind of interesting. The Technocracy Party referred to people as numbers. Apparently, Musk's grandfather was 10450-1 and sometimes added X's to their names. Historians note Musk's ideas that technology can blah blah blah. And Musk's children are named 1X23, Thelonious Mechanus.
Yep.
Or whatever. So that's a little odd.
Yep.
And he did love his great grandpa, or his grandpa, because he was also this adventuring, daredevil guy. So
yeah, I think also on his mom's, I don't think he liked his dad. So anyone on the mom's side is probably
Well,
bad.
you know what they say about Nazism? If it's on your mom's side, it's official.
Yeah.
You're a Nazi. You're a real Nazi.
Nazis and hairlines.
Yeah, that was Molly's joke. That was a
Nazis
good
and
joke.
hairlines.
Yeah.
Imagine that we get so famous that people start publishing what our grandfathers did.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Charles
I'd be like,
Sr.?
I never knew that.
Was he a senior?
I think he was. Yeah.
It's only Charles in your family, right? Because your parents don't know how to read either.
Yeah.
So they just remember Charles.
Yeah. My brother Chuck is pissed.
Yeah, it was your great Charlemagne, right?
Yes.
Hammer time.
Charles Lemaine.
First of all, mine dropped out of middle school.
Oh, okay.
To become a Nazi?
Well, my Brazilian grandfather was really fucking cool, but the American one, that's who they published, and he
Yeah.
was not good.
Yeah.
He had some real his nicknames for black people were so racist that I've never heard of them.
Oh,
like you'd say him, and you're
like he's coming up with
Yeah.
new stuff. He's writing new
I
material.
remember my uncle was like, your grandfather didn't like. He called him this, and I was like, what? That's not even. I've never even heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
What did he say?
He called them.
We don't have to include it if you don't want.
Blue gums. Have you ever heard that?
Oh wow,
no,
yeah, that's
no,
bad.
I haven't heard
It's
that.
terrible, but I've never heard it.
Yeah, that sounds like what Kendrick would say doing a racist character.
When I heard that, I was like, I never heard that. He wouldn't go to a couple people in our family's wedding when they married Catholics because he was.
Yeah.
Whoa.
My grandparents had a hard time when my mom and aunts married non-Catholic. They wouldn't accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say, when my mom finally came over as a Catholic, she was like, the nicest person to me in your father's family was your grandfather. And I was like, well, you came 20 years later.
Yeah. That's exactly when people meet my mom now. They're like, she's so nice. And I always say it's like when a fighter's retired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't know what she was capable of
That's funny.
in her prime.
Yeah.
We've
funny.
broken her by now.
Yeah.
She's whittled down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other grandfather was cool. Lord, but yeah, again, just to have someone that you're so big that they're like, we got to figure out how this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Go to a 50s article with the longest title of all time, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and
Well, it was self-published, too, so it's,
Yeah.
it's
No
just his
editors
own
there.
shit.
And
Yeah.
now his
He read,
grandson.
he read his own audiobook. It's, it was a passion project.
How do you feel about Elon and the ketamine community too?
Well,
Sorry?
It's like
it's
the post-
upsetting. He's
Yeah.
making a cool drug not cool. And
Yeah.
as someone that does it, it's a bummer.
Yeah, it sucks.
You really want him to shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sucks. It
but
was-
another point to the people are horses theory.
Yeah.
It's good for the horse, it's good for the human.
It sure is. Yeah, but because my dad has heard my jokes, obviously, about ketamine. He just only now sends me Elon ketamine.
Keep it up, Dan. You're going to invent PayPal. You're going to own Facebook.
Yeah, my dad's like, hey, I don't think you're doing enough.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
You're gonna
You
want
would be freaking out at a party.
Yeah,
Do you
should.
need some more money? I
Yeah.
can send you some more money.
Do you need to go demon mode?
Yeah.
Does Daddy need to help you go demon mode?
Yeah, but he really, the coolest drug of all time is now associated with the dorkiest guy of
Yeah.
all time. That
It's good.
sucks.
It does
Yeah.
suck, but yeah, it's like ruin. It's like how moms ruined Facebook. Elon's
Yeah.
gonna ruin ketamine. It's gonna be Zuckerberg and Bezos.
Yeah, Bill Gates doing coke.
You want a little
Yeah.
poke?
Yeah.
Sucks.
off a
Sucks.
fob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a bump off a fob.
But he's probably he's doing it he's probably blasting it, dude.
Well, and it's funny in interviews because they try to be like, I think Don Lemon was like, "How much do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, like once a little bit from now. I couldn't even tell you." And it's like, shut. There's so many
Couldn't
clips
even-
of him just be like,
Yeah.
it's.
I mean, when you do the treatment and you do the nose or the injection, they're doing 75 million times what someone would do in a bathroom.
What the recreationally
Yeah.
folks are doing out there.
Yeah, not a little bit off.
He
the
needs
30.
it though, because he's like these demon modes that I was reading about with Elon. It's like his dad. It's just he
Yeah.
just yells at somebody
Yeah.
for like an hour,
Yeah.
and then do you know what surges are?
no.
He'll call in like 100 people from whatever company and have them work 24 hours nonstop. So he did this at a SpaceX launching pad. Nothing was going wrong. There was not a launch scheduled. He just chewed out this guy Andy. He went demon on Andy, and then he called in. He called a surge, and 100 people just worked around the clock doing, I don't even know. But how he was describing this, and he also says that Elon won't remember sometimes what he said to the people.
Oh, that tracks.
And he'll go he won't yell. He won't get all hot-headed. He'll just very calculatedly and procedurally lay out how they fucked up with this cold lack of empathy and emotion.
Yeah, it's his dad.
Yeah, it's like he's going into he has sociopathic episodes, almost like bipolar mania, but you're just sociopath.
It happens to all of us, dude. I'm gonna be sending my kid articles about Elon Musk
Yeah.
and ketamine.
So I hope ketamine helps him with some empathy or something, or
Yeah,
hanging out with Joe
hopefully.
Rogan, or I don't know. This guy needs some help
although if I'm
becoming a human.
if I'm being, you call it a surge. I call it 100 people getting overtime, and I think
Hopefully,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
for sure.
that's
Yeah.
he's kind of a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
There. Welcome
Christmas
to the podcast.
pay for everybody.
Yeah. Why they're good.
Yeah.
The Musks.
You look poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Errol did send a message to Elon at one point that was published that was like, without the whites, the blacks would go back to the trees. Not hanging, but civilization-wise.
That is a brutal choice of words.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Either way, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
bad. The double entendre is
I wonder if
upsetting.
if Elon would pick up the dad call now.
Well, it says
Do you
they've
think Elon
reconciled.
would pick up Hamas?
Says, yeah.
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 'Cause if he-
It says they've reconciled.
Where? Really?
I read only one website that said they've reconciled.
Okay.
Was
Was it Errol's website?
Yeah.
Was it his?
It was on
blogspot?
errol.musk.com. Yeah.
His WordPress.
just-
Errol Hub.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I wonder how true that is. But boy, oh boy, is the dad just going around town talking about Elon.
Everything he can do.
And Kimball's the guy you should be talking about.
Yeah, so give me some Kimball stuff. We haven't really talked that much about
I didn't-
Kimball Slice.
Well,
Kimball, the Pride and Joy, is the artsy one. He keeps opening restaurants. He's no longer on the board, but he sat on the board of Chipotle and Burning Man. Like that's
sick.
Yeah,
that's what a
pretty cool.
billionaire. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You have a couple little ventures.
You buy a sports team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the move.
Oh my God, that'd be
Absolutely.
great.
You look upset at all the games
Yeah.
all the time. That's
Yeah.
your job now.
Yeah, you're next to Taylor.
Tomlinson.
I think Swift is in the
Yeah,
glass.
it's you and Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Kept
And
thinking
Dwayne
of-
the Rock Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And Samuel.
I would love to own a team.
Oh yeah, that'd be so cool.
That'd be the move, dude. That would be the move. Look how Mark Cuban, Steve Ballmer, they look so happy. You say they look mad, but I think they look fucking hyped.
Did he sell the? I thought he sold the
He
Mavericks.
he just sold them.
Yeah,
But he
he
was-
sold at the right time too.
Ooh, buddy.
Nightmare.
This isn't about football teams, but this just came to me. You know Steve Bannon?
Sure.
I don't think he owns any teams. Maybe women's volleyball somewhere in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Women's Ukrainian volleyball. He's like a crazy right-wing dude. He was asked about South Africans and what he thought about Elon and everyone, which, by the way, a lot of people in the PayPal executive ring, all South African.
Oh wow.
Like have ties to South Africa. It's kind of strange. He says, white South Africans, Steve Bannon, are the most racist people in the world. Steve Bannon said this. So Steve Bannon is calling you the most racist people in the world. That's very bad.
He's got a good eye for that.
Yeah. And Errol was like this. No, I'd give you $100, maybe more, to show me any racism in South Africa.
I'll take that bet.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
quick
just
100.
betting no one's going to fly there and look into it.
Well, he doesn't think it's right. He just thinks it's like that's they are.
Yeah,
they're just different.
Yeah. He's like, we're smarter. We realize that they're less than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not racist. It's accurate.
Yeah.
It's a lot of truth
Yeah.
over in South Africa. Not a lot of racism, just a lot of reality.
I don't. Yeah. I feel like. Well, actually, this is not to sound too pro-American here, but like you go to a soccer game in Europe, in France or in Spain, and they're throwing bananas at the black
Oh,
players.
yeah.
Can you imagine?
Well, that's because they know they must be hungry.
You know, cramping.
No cramping during the soccer game.
Cramping.
Can you imagine if that happened in this country?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, we just kill them.
Yeah.
The police.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're throwing bananas at the players. It's terrible.
Yeah.
You go to Spain. I've been to Spain 3 times. I think I've seen 9 black people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing where like your black friends tell you when they travel, like I have to Google places to travel to black.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, I never thought of that.
Traveling while black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we like romanticize Europe and these other
Yeah.
countries, and even in Brazil, which has the highest diaspora of Africa. Well, my hometown is the highest diaspora of Africans outside of Africa, in northeast Brazil.
Yeah, because they're all sent there.
Well, sure, but
They were sold, yeah.
and they stayed.
Yeah.
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 And they made it, and it's a big part of that state is in Bahia is this black culture, and like I've got some people, some cousins over there that say some not nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My Italian family won't even go.
Italians are not great about it.
They're not great.
They hate
not great.
Albanians.
What's the word?
It's weird to
It's-
hear the like different.
Oh, they hate
Albanians are just
the whitest.
Italians that fight.
Yeah, they're way more violent.
They're not afraid to knuckle up.
Yeah, they have
Otherwise
like
they
the
would
most
just-
brutal gangsters. I think
you
is
see
the
that
Albanian mafia.
They played each other in the last Euros, and
I didn't.
across the street, the Albanians took pasta out of a bag, and in front of the Italian fans, snapped it in half.
Well, that's just good fun.
Yeah, that's
That's just
great.
good fun.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. If you're gonna use food and race, target the
Yeah,
whites.
that's a good
That's
one.
good.
So funny.
Just go to Spain, light ham on fire.
Yeah, they don't like that, dude. Overcook something, get out of here. Overcooked paella, you're done.
Ooh, I
with
would
me.
love to have paella.
You never had paella?
No,
Oh, you gotta get into it.
sorry.
There's a good place in Williamsburg that has it.
Oh, really?
We'll
Yeah,
get
really
you
good.
when
Oh,
when the pod gets big. I'm gonna get you a big room full of paella. You can dive in like Scrooge McDuck.
Wow.
That'd be fun. Little
Someone
paella.
has access to my Google Notes.
From me to you. Yep.
paella
I'm in there.
angels.
Yeah. By angels.
Paella
Yeah,
angels.
I'll get some paella. I'll get some
Some
paella
snow
at
pie angels.
Williamsburg.
Elborn, that's the name of it. I
Okay.
think. Really yummy.
Errol Selborn.
Ooh, you know the Boers, right? That's what they're called in the Dutch people are called in Africa, Afrikaneers or Boers. The Boer War.
No.
Does ringing any
I
bells?
thought it was the Moors.
No, that's up in like
Spain.
Morocco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went to Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Boers.
The Dutch, yes, the Dutch and the British had it out in South Africa. There were 2 wars, and the British actually put Dutch people in concentration camps. Consecration camps.
Consecration camps. Those are the worst
Consecration
kind.
camps. Yeah, they consecrated. They all became saints.
Captain
No, they
Crunchy
put them
camps.
in Captain Crunch camps, and they killed like 10,000 women and children, and like these Dutch people.
In
So
that
they
order?
Yes,
Oh,
all the
nice.
women and then all the children. They
Good.
made them watch their moms die. Yeah,
Good,
it was
yeah.
brutal. So they have this kind of victim complex, these Dutch, and that's why they are like, well, no, we need apartheid, because we're like an endangered race. These European, but it's weird because like the whites were the ones killing you.
Like a daddy issue. It all comes down to it.
What?
Their daddy fucked them up. The Brits were their daddy.
Yeah, Britain is daddy often.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the rebellious
Except with
son.
us,
I want to go smoke weed in Delaware.
Yeah.
And get out of my room.
Yeah.
Go back to England with Mom.
Get out of my Penn's Landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't know that about the Dutch. I didn't know the Dutch were in there.
Yeah, the British really fucked him up, and then it was like the British Imperial Army and Navy, which was much bigger numbers. But it's like any regional conflict where the people defending are a smaller force, but they're great marksmen. They're like better soldiers, 1 for 1, pound for pound. They know the land, and so it was like a bunch of Dutch farmers like beat back the British military. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, it's like the Comanches, white Comanches.
There's a Malcolm Gladwell book, the David and Goliath, and he like breaks down. Like everyone thinks what an upset is, and he's like, wasn't upset at all. David was like a marksman. He's faster. Goliath's slower. He's like, that's not. It should be the opposite.
Yeah.
David was the favor. If there's gambling people on that thing, they bet David a 10 out of 10 times.
That's interesting.
So we have this whole thing backwards. Yeah.
Who's the guy in the Lion's Den?
Daniel.
Yeah. People don't realize he could talk to animals, so it
Yep.
was obviously going to be okay.
Yeah, he wasn't allergic to him. A lot of people were allergic to lions, not Daniel.
Not Daniel.
Wow.
Nope.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
I took a Claritin
No
for
Dander
this.
Daniel.
You took oh, nice, good pets.
Because
Yeah.
the kids.
I didn't want to be like,
The kids.
I was one of those kids who was deathly allergic, and then I still got cats as a kid. And
wow, my
You
God.
fought out of it.
Yeah, but it was very
I'm
hard.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever go to your house.
Oh yeah, maybe not.
2 of them's
Two,
crazy,
yeah, I got 2
dude.
cats.
Yeah.
dude.
And you have a girlfriend.
And
I don't
Heather.
get it.
Wow. Yeah. I know. I got the bait after I got the fish. Stupid.
It's fucked me up. There's like been a couple girls that I like had crushes on that I can't date. I didn't even. I refused to see it.
How
through
long
because-
could you be in there for a nice bang and
No,
leave?
it's the cat lives on the bed. It's like the
Yeah.
worst thing.
And they
what the
watch.
fuck, standing up in the shower?
Ooh, that
You're
sucks.
like, you're so wet. And she's like, well, you've been sneezing in my pussy for the last 6 minutes.
just down there.
My first makeout was under it was like a big family party. And
What?
well, not like a bunch of families.
There we go, Brazil.
Okay. all
No,
right.
it was here in the States.
The
It was
global
stateside.
South.
And it was the guy who owns his house's daughter, and we were both like 12, and there was like 6 cats in the house, and we were
Whoa.
underneath a table. It's the only place we could go to hide from all the other kids that were running around the house, and we started making out, and I was just like snarling into her mouth the whole time. I don't know what her name is. I'll never remember it.
Really?
I wish I would love to talk to her about it, see if she remembers it like
Yeah.
that. But I
It's
just
tough, too, because you got to breathe
snarled.
through your nose when you're making out.
I don't even think about breathing. I think I hold my breath.
I hold my breath too, and then you
I
do those
do-
little burps. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I do it like a swimmer. I go 1, 2.
I do the same thing.
Flip
the-
turn.
Butterfly on her ass.
Yeah, yeah. I'm more of a breaststroke, but we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a butt stroke guy.
That game.
I was breast when I was a kid, but
Yo, you grew out of
I
it?
got into butt stroke.
Yeah.
Once I went to college.
Yeah.
Butt strokes where it's all about. Yeah.
I feel like a loser with that allergy though. I wish I didn't have it.
Yeah, it stinks. Is there any way to get rid of it?
I think you could do like the shots. I just
Yeah.
none of them have been
worth it.
worth it.
Yeah.
Shot worthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just take a Claritin?
I took one today. Yeah.
Nice. How you feel now?
Good, not great.
So
Oh,
Claritin
wow,
works
okay.
for pet stuff?
Indoor, outdoor.
I
your
thought that
cats-
just meant if pollen was indoors. I
When
guess also
animals-
if cats are outdoors.
Yeah.
I guess it didn't say animal. I looked to see if it was indoor,
Dude,
outdoor.
don't fucking
Is that your disc?
fuck up my disc, my yarn. What is
Oh,
it?
this is a good one. Oh, this is approach disc.
Is
I
that
like
is
these.
that the driver or the? I played disc golf with my brother for the first time, and I think it was last year, and we were playing in Florida, and one of mine went into alligator-infested waters, crocodile-infested waters,
Yeah,
whatever.
This story's nuts.
And I went in because I was like, I got to get my disc.
Idiot.
And the bottom was all like sticks because it's like all mangrove stuff where we were. So every time I stepped on a stick, I was like, it's a mouth. It's the mouth of a gator. And we'd also done a little mushrooms beforehand. So
Dude,
I
you're
was freaking out.
crazy.
I had a stick and I was just like trawling the. It was, yeah,
How much does this cost?
$20 each.
Okay.
And we bought two. We bought two.
Sure.
I went in for a little bit and yeah, I got out.
We see that.
And then, wait, I'm sorry.
Go, go,
then
go.
I got out and I'm on dry land. I'm like Katie. I'm kissing the soil.
Uh-huh.
Me and Perry. And then I feel weird stinging and itching on my feet. And I was like, I don't remember the ground being so stingy. Maybe I've been in the water too long. And then I looked down. I'm standing on an anthill.
Oh my god!
So I was scared of the wrong bite.
They're probably.
Wow.
I bet they kill more people than. I bet that's one of those weird animal stats where
Ants?
fire ants cause more
How
deaths.
can ants kill you?
Well, there's different types. There's the bullet ant.
Uh-huh.
There's all those ants that have like
Yeah.
The red ants are nasty. I bet someone's had I bet more people have allergic reaction to a red ant bite than.
Wow.
How many people are dying a year in crocodile? Less than 20.
Well, people in Florida. No, people in Florida get eaten a lot.
Yeah, a lot of disc golf courses out there.
My cousins live out there, classic New York to Florida pipeline, and just their neighborhood, the lakes are infested because they live in one of those neighborhoods with lakes.
Yeah.
People just get eaten.
Do you know that test of how to figure out if there's
No.
alligator in water?
Love this test.
This is how they do it.
What's the test?
It only works in Florida. You go if figure out there's water, if there's a gator in the water, you go up. If you touch the water and it's wet, there's a gator in it.
Nice.
Yep.
God damn it, Dan.
Yeah, that's a thing, dude. How many deaths do you think? How many deaths alligators?
Ants?
In
Oh.
what, a year?
Yeah.
1,000.
1,000. I'll do Prices Right. 1,001.
Really? I think it's less than 100.
1,000 is probably high,
1,000
but
is
I do
high.
want to
Okay,
say
okay. I'm
I do
gonna
want to say
amend my guess.
Okay, I'll
300.
I'll keep 1,000.
I should have gone with my original. In the United States, there are typically about 1 human death per year from alligator attacks.
Ooh, that could have been
One?
me last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys 1,000 red ant deaths.
So you know what that means? If you read an article about a guy getting eaten by an alligator, you can just swim.
Yeah, you're good. They're like, we're good. We're
Yeah,
quota.
yeah, we got it.
What are
It'll
the
last
odds?
us till Jan 1.
While it's difficult to pinpoint the annual death toll of red ants, reports indicate that more than 80 deaths have been documented in the United States due to red ants.
Total.
Total.
Okay.
The exact
so
number per year is not consistent.
We've been around for what, 200 and something years?
Yeah.
80 divided by.
They
Sure,
started keeping
sure.
track right when we were founded.
Yeah.
They knew that would be important data.
Yeah.
On the back of the declaration is actually a table of ant
Yeah.
deaths per year.
I think we already had 5.
That was a fun stat to
Speaking
read.
of cats, this is the most girlfriend cat pick ever. Heather passed out, mouth tape. Ricky went to bed. Ricky always goes to bed after Heather, and then put her feet under her hand.
Cute.
Wow.
That's
Heather
cute.
slept holding Rick's feet.
That's nice.
What's up with the mouth tape?
Breathe through your nose. It's better for you. Whatever.
Do you snore? Because snoring's mouth
Helps
noise,
prolong their
right?
makeout sessions.
Yeah.
Breathe
Yeah,
through her
she
nose.
stops it. She goes, "Don't stop making out with me when I sleep."
Yeah.
Stop putting stuff in there.
Yeah. She also has no mouth tape down
Just
there.
body tape.
Yeah.
It's a sleeping bag cocooned up before you can
Yeah.
get near. Yeah.
And then she goes out on the runway for New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Little piece of body tape on
Yeah.
her cooch.
Oh, the Black Tape Project?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy's a saint.
That
Yeah,
guy.
that guy is-
How's
That
he get
guy's the
away
best
with
job
that?
in the world. Yeah.
You think that was a tough sell early?
No.
He's like, no, trust me. I'm just going to put tape on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere
Like-
but nowhere all at
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, he's like, do you work at Ace Hardware? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace is a place.
Yeah, but my mom was a designer. I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was a carpenter. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's. I like how we all know who that guy is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to.
I forgot who I was talking to.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy. Yeah, of
come on
course.
now.
My guy.
Two bullet ants like us.
Oh boy.
I don't know if I got anything else with these
With the Muskies?
the Musketeers here.
me see.
Muskets.
The Muskets.
Musk is a funny word for them, too.
The mom, Elon Musk's mom, was the oldest lady to appear naked on a magazine.
See what I'm saying? Like, that's an origin story.
Yeah.
That's a villain origin story.
Well,
You're
she did it. Yeah, in her 70s.
Yeah, Lex Luthor's mom
Woof.
also appeared
And she-
naked in
Yeah.
Gotham in Gotham's magazines.
tough,
And she
dude.
also did another shoot because she did one like this, the classic one where you hide everything.
You hide everything, yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she did another one with a fake pregnant belly,
Oh.
naked.
And like 70?
Yeah.
Gross.
So there's
Ugh.
gross.
So what's the implication that she's having a Down syndrome baby and she's naked?
The magazine cover does say, "Is she just too old?" But she's not pregnant.
So yes.
Janet had a baby at like 52.
Who? Janet
Jackson?
Jackson?
Jackson.
Oh.
Wow. Heather apparently says that. Is she on your arm?
Yeah, I got Janet tattoo.
Nice.
Nice.
From the fateful day.
That's it.
I love her.
Oh,
This was my
nice.
first concert.
Oh wow, nice.
She really tattooed on your arm?
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's crazy. That's cool. That's a nice tattoo.
Nice.
Is she on there? Shirtless? No.
Where?
Jackson
Oh, here.
5.
No. Oh, those poor kids.
I know.
Talk about father abuse.
Yeah.
Samantha, Nick's girlfriend, asked me on a car ride once. She was like, "Didn't your dad kill himself?" And I was like, "No." It's a crazy thing to get wrong. He died of cancer. But I was like, I appreciate that you think that because that means I'm going to be a great artist.
If anything, it was a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed himself and then shot me and my mom. So I'm going to be very successful.
Yeah.
I'm basically Eddie Murphy and Marvin Gaye.
The Marvin Gaye, that's crazy. Do you
Yeah.
know? I just read about that.
I don't know much
I don't
about
know.
that.
Dad shot him.
Yeah.
Shot the son.
Yeah, Dad.
Trying
Marvin
to kill
Gaye,
him.
Yeah, and Marvin Gaye Sr., the dad, was and I'm using the terminology of the time, transvestite.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Marvin got bullied a lot growing up about it. So
So that's what What's Going On's about.
Yeah.
Father, father.
What's going on?
You're wearing
That's how it was
on
done originally. What's going on?
What's going on here?
He's Italian. What's going on?
What is this? What's going on here?
wearing all my mother's clothes.
Because I heard through the grapevine you're. What's going on here?
What's going on, parentheses?
Let's
Here.
get it on. Let's get the jeans on. No, but his dad was a gay, transvestite, and the rumors were not good and they were bullying
Gaye
Marvin.
guy.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm gonna throw the E on because he was getting bullied. So the E was.
You gotta stop sucking dick too, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But he had problems with his dad, and his dad was a little bipolar, and came in, was like yelling at his mom, and Marvin got in and tried to intervene, and they went, Dad shot him.
Wait, is that how he died?
That's how he died. His dad shot him.
Whoa.
Yep.
Crazy.
When my
Wow.
dad told me that story like this, I'm not even being funny. My dad told me that story. I go, how do? Because I loved Marvin Gaye growing up, and my dad goes, his father shot him.
That's good.
What do you think about that, Dan?
So don't forget. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I'm pretty
yeah,
good guy.
what the hell?
I sent
As
you to
he's
your room.
cleaning a gun.
Yeah.
His father shot
You
him.
better
Yeah.
tap well tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tapped your little, tapped
Boy,
your
I
heart
actually-
out.
Wedding.
I actually hated it. I
Tap?
hated going. I hated that I went until I was in the class doing it, and then like on stage for the recitals at the end of the year. But like I hated like people know I hated it. I hated it.
Yeah.
Well, so did you go to? Were soccer and dance different seasons?
Dance was all year long.
So you were just super busy.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Did you guys see that Errol killed 3
Yes.
gang
Oh,
members?
I
who
can't
invaded his
believe
house?
we didn't talk
Yeah.
about this.
We got to
He's
cover that.
proud of it too.
Yeah.
In
Do you
that-
think they were gang members?
Yeah, I didn't read any gang. I just saw that he killed 3 intruders.
He
I didn't
says
hear
they were-
gang.
He
He
says-
says they're gang, but he's a big spin doctor.
You
Yeah.
can't believe it. A word this
Like
guy
people,
says.
I know.
people. You know the book that Maye Musk wrote about how Errol came at her with a knife. So he denounces that on the podcast, totally fake. And he says, and I have a good friend who would, he'd go out to dinner with us, and he said that she'd never been happier when she was with me, and that it's totally rubbish. It's all garbage. The
You
book
see
is-
why they love
the
Trump.
book is nonsense. Yeah, because they can stick to the lie and keep going, and it's impressive.
It's not impressive. It's so fake.
No,
Immediately.
it's fake, but it's impressive that they can they're so consistent.
Yeah,
with
I guess so.
deny, and then instead of he didn't even really say it was fake. He just went directly into I have a character witness. That was basically what he did. He's like, I have a good friend. This is his number. You can call him.
He works
it's like
with
he already
Hamas.
was subpoenaed by the court to testify. He's like, yeah, we'll just use this guy again.
Yeah, he killed three intruders.
3 gang, M16s.
Well-
Sorry, MS,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Well, they did drop the case.
Yeah.
But he's also it could have been a very influential
Yeah,
guy.
he's super rich.
Yeah.
He wanted to have a house in every town in South Africa. That was his goal when he lived there.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
It
That's
just
a cool
shows
goal.
you though how much money and power he had there.
Yeah.
So he could easily
Yeah, he
get
ran
that swept
for
under the rug.
Yeah, he was government official for a while.
I mean, if America today can deport as a guy who didn't do anything wrong, then in South Africa in the 80s, you could definitely kill 3
Yeah.
black people and be like, yeah, this violent gang
They locked my watch.
invaded
Yeah,
my
yeah.
house, and they tried to get some of the bills that couldn't make it in the safe.
Yeah.
yeah. The scraps.
They love that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd give it
scraps.
to my kids, and they'd go to the slums and make people dance for them.
Yeah. But they'd go to the funerals.
Yep, they'd go to their funerals
Yeah.
and they'd say nice words.
That was the funeral Elon went
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
was the gang members.
Yeah. I forgot about the murders.
Yeah, crazy that he killed 3
Impressive
people.
that he killed 3. I mean, I wonder
3
if he
is
had a
hard
machine
to
gun or
do.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, maybe he had a machine gun.
Bang, bang,
Or a
bang.
shotgun.
Maybe they were all
And
in
what
a
did
row.
they have?
Yeah.
What?
I said maybe they were all in a row.
One bullet.
He was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was one guy.
yeah, that's true.
It's a lot of paperwork. Yeah, that's like the holy grail in Call of Duty. You snipe people through each other. It's okay.
Thanks.
Um,
Yeah, overall, what do you guys think? Whose side are you on?
I can't believe a word either of these boys
Whose
say.
side is
Yeah,
it anyway?
You can't believe.
I can't believe one fucking word that Elon. He's evil. How was he? But you guys talk. I don't get like if he was so evil, would you reconcile ever with someone who hit your mother and did like? I would think no, but also I don't know. His dad's a murderer.
Yeah.
Who fucked his stepdaughter and didn't give you any money, but then he also did. Who can?
I think Elon's reconcile. If he did reconcile, as Errol says, Elon's becoming more and more Errol every day.
Yeah.
So he's probably getting to that age of like, oh, I do see that my dad had it right all along.
That's stepdaughter age. Too.
Yeah, because he just. This is from a TikTok. Apparently he DM'd.
Thank you for citing your sources.
Yes. So
I was reading an article.
Bibliography.
I was swiping on an article.
Yeah.
I was thumbing through an article.
Yeah.
To the tune of Justin Bieber's "Stay" in the background, and it's pretty informative stuff. Let me tell you what I learned.
But apparently Elon just DM'd some big influencer on X and was like, "Hey, I'd love to procreate with you," and she was like, "No," and then she cut off defunded her.
What do you mean he defunded her?
I guess she was making like 20
Money
grand
on
a
X.
month. Yeah, and he cut her.
That's the thing. You can't. Everyone's so scared to shit talk Trump. Like there's so much power.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy though because he like, I mean, in terms of authoritarianism and stuff, he owns. Now Musk and Trump are intertwined, and then he owns this big media arm with X.
They're gonna. The thing is, and I'm not the first person to say this.
What are they gonna do?
Frankly, they're gonna break up. It's gonna be nasty.
It's gonna be so sad.
It's gonna be a
hope
bad
so.
breakup.
Trump's
It's
going to be throwing
fucking-
Elon's shoes out of the White House.
There's-
All of his shirts are going to be flying out the window.
There's not one.
I hate
TVs.
Tesla.
Yeah. Kind of a gay car. There's no doubt about it. They're gonna have a break. He's broke up with every single
Yeah,
person
he
he's
has.
ever. He went 0 for 82 on the cabinet people giving him endorsement. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna break up with Elon. I cannot wait.
I hope so.
Well, then hopefully
Do
He
you
turns-
think they're not?
He turns the Golden
I
Dome
hope they
in
are.
on Trump.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
gonna be awesome.
It will be sweet. That would
There's
be the
no
best breakup.
doubt in my mind they won't have a breakup
We'll see.
because one of them will run out of power and the other one will still have it, and then that'll be that.
It's well, what's going to happen? Are we at 100? We're pretty close to 130 days of when he is supposed to leave, but that's going to do nothing.
Oh, Elon?
Yeah, a special government employee is supposed to leave office after 130 days. But obviously, I mean, you saw the Doge thing, right? The whistleblower came out, said the Doge people they steal all the files, and one guy, the whistleblower, found out that they're sending it to a Russian IP address.
Oh.
So he went on PBS News.
Oh, my God.
He went on. There's like a
That's not
PBS
good.
News thing that just
Personal
came out.
files of people are going to
Whatever,
Russia?
all private information that Doge is going into these government
Yikes.
sectors.
That's bad.
Yeah, it is. It is actually.
That's what
bad.
they said was gonna. That's what they said was happening, and then this person confirmed that it is what's happening.
Yeah, the whistleblower, and then apparently, the whistleblower brought it up to his boss, and the next day he was met on his door with drone shots of him walking his dog.
Sick.
Wow. That's pretty cool. That is a cool retaliation.
They probably just want him to feel safe that he's being watched.
Yeah.
when he takes
Yeah,
his
don't
phone.
worry.
Yeah.
Probably lives in a rough neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The money drone sitting on some cash.
Yeah. The whistle on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's all gonna burn down, and they're gonna get in a big breakup.
I hope
It's gonna
so.
be awesome.
Do you think someone will try to assassinate
Trump
One of them?
in like an obvious way? I know
One of
sometimes
them?
there's been attempts and they cover it up. Not with the current.
Who, Elon or Trump?
Trump or Elon? I think one of these redneck guys could, like, because all the farmers and stuff, you see these TikToks where they're like, I didn't want to do this. I voted for him, but he fucked me up.
Yeah. Elon got me fucked up.
That's a good song. Elon got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man.
I don't know about that.
yeah.
Here's the question that we sometimes forget to ask, but
6
Dan,
inches.
who would you? Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Who would you rather be, Errol or Elon or Kimball?
Kimball.
Yeah, I mean Kimball's so
always.
obvious.
Kimball
so
and Elon.
I'm going to
Kimball, for
simplify
sure.
it: Errol
Okay.
or Elon, or Joshua
Gotta go.
or Maye.
Yeah, the mom. No, I think if it's Elon versus,
I think honestly, Errol.
No, I think I'm Elon.
I think he has a
I'm
better
Elon.
life.
But I do this revisionist history where I'm like, I'd be better at it than Elon. Like, I'd be cooler than Elon.
No. I think the question, you have to live their life like basically to the T.
Mm.
You have to do what they did. You have to work all these hours. Like I think Errol has a more work-life balance, better life.
For sure.
It's hard now because
He's got 3 tiers.
Yeah.
He's got some
Yeah.
street cred.
That we know about.
Yeah, he might have a lot more tears in
Errol's
his
so racist that he said he
basement.
went to America and he didn't like it and he moved back to South Africa.
Wow.
That's how racist. He's like,
I thought that was Elon.
No, Errol moved
Whoa.
here for a little bit and he goes, I just prefer Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah. He turned into Paul McCartney and he moved back there.
Yeah. I just prefer Africa. John.
Yeah, what about you?
Errol, I think.
Yeah, Errol.
Errol, if you have to live your life to a T, probably.
And then when you hear him on podcasts, he doesn't sound outwardly racist.
Well,
No, there's some where you gotta, if you dig a little bit deeper, there's some stuff.
That's
Yeah.
just like that. That's one of those things where that accent will always sound racist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he seems like he's having more fun. Elon seems stressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Elon's
exactly.
a lonely,
Yeah.
just a lonely loser.
I mean, dude, you saw that video of him like balancing spoons on spoons at the gala. Like,
yeah, that was
you know, like,
hilarious.
someone's gonna come and pants him
This
at
is
one of
where-
these things.
yeah.
Someone's gonna pull his pants down and see his botched penis, and then he's gonna assassinate himself.
I
If
gotta
Elon
see
did it
it.
right, Joe Rogan interview, get out of the
Yes,
away.
that's where he should have peaked.
fade away.
He should have peaked where Phelps cratered,
Yeah.
smoking weed with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
yeah,
You smoke weed, you tell everyone you got Neuralink or whatever, and then dip for a while.
yeah.
Do what Zuckerberg did. Go get an
Zuckerberg.
island and live on Zuckerberg.
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 You sound like my grandfather trying to. Yeah, it's fucking Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg and Bezos.
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg and Jesus.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos. Yeah, whatever.
Bezos. Yeah.
Jeff Bezos. Hey, yo, man, I love that Jeff Bezos.
Errol has better jewelry for sure.
Yeah.
His
Got better
emerald
drip.
out.
Yeah. And he banged a hot young lady. Who
Yeah,
used to
and
be
a
in his
model.
life. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He's got
Yes.
game.
Yeah, Grimes is not hot, right?
No.
He's got game. He's playing home versus home, but he's still got game.
Elon's got a McLaren. We'll say that. I'm going to a car show on Sunday.
You love
if guys wanna
cars.
come. Yeah, I'm going
Where's
to
the car show?
I think Hudson Yards.
Was it the car club?
Okay. Oh, at
No, I
Javits Center?
wish.
Javits Center, probably?
I think it's outside. I don't know.
What day is it?
Sunday. I'm going Sunday at like 10.
Easter Sunday.
A
My-
or P?
Oh, it's Easter. Fuck.
It is
Hey.
Easter.
My boss quit. And then I was like, do you still want to be friends? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to this crazy car show.
Oh, cool. That's right up your alley. That's great.
Oh,
You didn't even know about it? He invited you?
Yeah, he just recently was like, I was like, hey, you want to chill still? You still want? He's like, quit abruptly. And I was like, all right. Because he's like, doesn't live here full time. And I was like, if you want to like still be friends. Because
Nice.
he was always like, we should hang. I was like, what? He lived in Greenpoint, I think.
You want me to see if you can go to the club for a drink after?
Oh,
For
sure.
lunch?
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah, let me know. No pressure, of course.
Well, do you want me to do it?
No, just because Heather's going to be on. I mean,
Heather
actually,
can't eat
if
or
you
drink.
ask, I'll probably go. But Heather's on this new thing where she's going to have to go home solo.
What's the new thing?
She's a protocol for her gut and everything.
She goes
So
to Planned Parenthood every week, picks up some
Yeah.
cells, and
Yeah,
she heads back and
they
hibernates.
snorted of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting it too when I'm back from Arizona.
Yeah.
Gut stuff, huh?
Gut stuff always. Gut's huge.
Gutfeld over here.
Gutfeld. I would
Butt
love to be on.
stuff.
I would love to be on Gutfeld.
Fisher got.
Butt
Oh,
stuff.
we cut it.
I'm into gut stuff.
We had a couple of mistakes early on, not with comics, but with joking about.
family members and
Family
people who we didn't
members.
know would listen.
And they
did.
listened. It's crazy.
And they got upset.
Who does that?
My dad probably gonna listen to this. That's why.
My dad. Yeah.
Well, you want to call your mom hot? You still have a chance.
No, he would hate that.
Calling your mom hot?
He doesn't like it when I talk about her like that.
Oh, good.
There's competition.
They divorced?
Yeah, he's scared of this young buck. He sees
All right,
the
well-
way she looks at me.
Well, we can wrap it up. Dan, thank you for doing this. Thanks for coming out, man.
I had a good time.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah.
Where can the people find you? Where do you want them to go?
Go to the Instagram, for God's sakes. I need to get more followers.
Boys, I
Where can they
sponsored not to
find
be
you?
lame. I sponsored a clip. I'm up 400, almost 500 followers.
You're kidding me.
No, it's worth it.
How
Sponsor-
much?
I
80?
did more than 80. I did 120, $20 a day. Sorry, boys.
So
It's
that's
like 50 cents a follower.
Yeah, that's 20 per.
But
every
it makes you
100.
feel
That's
good.
20 per 100.
You get all these followers, and you're like, I am gonna do it. Shut up, guys.
Money does buy
I'm
happiness.
I'm not stopping.
He looks. He goes, "Sorry, boys."
Yeah.
Whoa!
boys.
Wait, I want
Yeah.
to talk offline about this, but I have to pee and go let a dog
I gotta
out.
pee so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this has been a long pod.
Um,
Pod.
What's your woo?
They're gonna put it on the bottom here.
What's your Insta? We will not do that.
It's right here. You'll see it. Dan Davies here.
Zach Russell Comedy.
Charles_Engle.
Follow the
us.
pod. Follow
Leave-
the pod
Click the link.
overshadowed_podcast.
We appreciate the growth. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for commenting on the YouTube. Thank you for subscribing to the Patreon. Please tell your friends. I've had a lot of people on Instagram reach out. We love it. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the reach outs, the reach arounds.
Yep.
Please,
We love a reach around.
please review us on Apple and Spotify. We're not doing good on Spotify. People don't like us on there.
Well, that's a tough one.
It's a hard platform, you know.
It's
but
green like my emeralds.
yes, purple like royalty. That's what we like. We like Apple Podcasts. Thank you for listening, everybody. Stay tuned next week. Who knows what we're going to cover, but you know it's going to be fun.
Love it.
Love it.
Love
List
it.
it.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Bop it.